Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a music recommendation. So I know a few of you have been asking for this for quite a while. I did I think like a music tag or something, which I'll link in the eye for you if you haven't watched that. But this is going to be more like my top music recommendations. So yeah, if you like the sound of that, do keep on watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I will get straight into the videos. This is my first time filming since I've been on holiday. I have actually been away for a week, that's why there wasn't a video on the Wednesday. If you can hear a background noise as well, it's my fan. I literally can't film without it. It's ridiculously hot again in the UK. I literally have an ice pack on my lap. Upstairs is like an oven, so that's always good. But yeah, just in case you can hear that noise and were wondering what it was. Today is going to be my music recommendations. I have a whole list here. This was it narrowed down. It's definitely quite difficult for me to pick my favourites, but what I've done is I've kind of got my favourite 8 artists and 3 song recommendations by each, and then I've also got like random songs. So if I absolutely love a song but I only have 1 song by them, that'll be like after, if that makes sense. So this isn't in any order. So the first one is Evanescence. It probably won't be a surprise to a lot of you, but I have loved Evanescence for years. They were definitely in like my baby bat stage. I listen to them all the time. I don't listen to them as much, but I still absolutely love their music, and when Evanescence comes on shuffle, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. They have a lot of albums that I like the Fallen album. They have an album literally called Evanescence. I love that album. They have The Open Door, Lost Whispers. I love all of those, but my top 3 songs, no, I've put 4. My top 4 songs are Bring Me to Life. Most people have heard of that one, but it's definitely a favourite. My Immortal, Oceans, and Even in Death. So those are my top 4. 2 of them are on the Fallen album, one's on the Evanescence album, and the last one's on the Lost Whispers album. I'll try and put some like album covers on the screen so you can see. Obviously I can't play them due to copyright, but hopefully you can find them on like Apple Music, Spotify, and they are a rock band. A lot of my music is typically rock or alternative, or that's mainly it, to be honest. So the second group that I love are called And One. They are a German new wave / synth pop kind of artist. They're definitely one of my favorites. They could be my favorite. I absolutely love them. The 4 songs that I've written down by them are, the first one is Body Company. That's the first song I listened to by them, or like one of the first, and as soon as I heard it I was like, oh my gosh, this is so catchy. The second one is Shouts of Joy, Electrocution, and the last one is The Other Side. So they are all on different albums. The first album is Body Pop. Love that one. Shouts of Joy is on the Stop album. Electrocution is on the Tanzomat album, and The Other Side is on the Trilogy. Now they don't have the Trilogy on Apple Music, you have to like download it from somewhere else, but The Other Side is either on Magnet or Ucton, I think is how you say the name of that one. So I love all of those albums. Again, it was really hard to narrow this down because I literally love all of the songs on the Body Pop album, so it's very difficult. Third one is Within Temptation. I don't listen to them as much, but I still say they're one of my favourite because I love their music. I've loved their music for a few years. I don't have as many songs by them as like the rest of them, but I still really like them. And my top 3 are All I Need, Our Solemn Hour, and In the Middle of the Night. So the 2 albums that those songs come from are The Heart of Everything, love that album, and The Unforgiving. So hopefully this helps you to find them a bit better. The 4th one is something completely different called 2 Steps from Hell. Within Temptation is also a metal group, I believe, but 2 Steps from Hell is an instrumental group. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my neck. Yeah, 2 Steps from Hell is instrumental. So if you love kind of like trailer music, like really dramatic instrumental music, like if you're tidying and you need something to like get you in the mood, then 2 Steps from Hell is amazing. They did the trailer music for Twilight. I like the trailer music they used for that. So my top 3 and they're all from the same album called Invincible. I love all of the songs on that album. So the top 3 are Infinite Legends, False King and Moving Mountains. Those are my top 3 from that album. They also do a Halloween album as well, which is kind of spooky sounding. The 5th one is Skillet. So again, like Evanescence, I listened to Skillet when I was like a baby about 6 or 7 years ago. As I kind of grew up, I guess, I found their music a little bit depressing. But then they released some new albums and I really love the new albums that they have. They are a rock group as well. So the newer albums they have are Dominion, Unleashed and Victorious. So those 3 are the albums that I would recommend. I really like all of those 3, and they're more like motivating rather than depressing. And the 3 songs I like by them are Survive in the Game, Save Me and Feel Invincible. I love those 3, and those again are across those 3 albums. Number 6, the Raveonettes. So again, I don't listen to them as much as my other music, but I always think they're quite like summery sounding, and they are an indie rock group. So the 3 songs I love by them are Snowstorm. I love that song. It just sounds kind of happy and kind of cozy sounding, and that's literally on an album called Snowstorm. The second one is Last Dance. That's the first song I heard by them and I just thought it was kind of cute. And that's on the In and Out of Control album. And the last one is Ghost, and that's as like a single called Ghost. So yeah, I also like a lot of the other songs in the In and Out of Control album, but I had to pick 3. So yeah, I really like all of those 3. Number 7, Mono Inc. Again, another German one. This group is like German rock / alternative. Again, it was really hard to narrow this down because I have nearly all of their albums, I think, but the top 3 are all on the same album, and it's Get Some Sleep, Children of the Dark and Forgiven. They are all on the album called Symphonies of Pain. Cheery. I love all of that album. I think I have all of it, but they also do a Welcome to Hell album, and I love that, and it's all like kind of plague themed, which I think is really unique, and the cover has like a plague doctor on, and I love like Reign of Rats from that too. So it was again quite hard to pick for that one. And the last one is again something completely different, and it's a musical. And the musical is Repo and the Genetic Opera. So this is actually like a musical film, but they have a soundtrack, and I absolutely love the soundtrack. It is very strange. I don't know, I feel like a lot of goths like this film though, and they like the music. But if you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. It is a bit strange, but I think it's really cool. And the top 3 songs are Zydrate Anatomy, 21st Century Cure and The Genetic Repo Man. Those are my top 3. Very strange, but I absolutely love it. So those are my top 3 artists. Those are the groups that I have the most music from. But now I'll go on to the kind of single songs and the albums. I'm probably just going to list these. I mean, they're all kind of different, but they're all kind of rock, goth or alternative. That's kind of what I listen to, or 80s. So the first one is High Enough by K.Flay. Hopefully I'm saying that right. That was actually like a TikTok trending song, and someone put it to the background of like an Underworld kind of, you know, one of those like fan sequences. And I just thought it sounded so cool, so then I found it and I absolutely love it. I still listen to it probably every day. Temple of Love by the Sisters of Mercy, absolutely love that song. I love that it's like 8 minutes long. I love a long song. The third one is Enemies by The Score. I find that's like a really good song to run to. It's really like on beat. So I really like that. The next one is Cut by Plum, hopefully I'm saying that right. That song was actually in The Vampire Diaries, in one of the scenes between Alina and Stefan when they're like making out and all of that. I just liked the song. The next one is Space and Time by She Hates Emotion. I absolutely love this song. I would highly recommend you listen to it because it just sounds so cool, and again it's really catchy, along with the next one. And the next one is Paranoid SI, kind of a strange name by Royce. Again, I absolutely love this song. This song is probably one of my absolute favorites, especially at the moment. So if you want to listen to one of the recommendations, I'd probably listen to that because I'm actually obsessed. It's so catchy. I love it. The next two are from the Streets of Fire film. So when I went to America, me and my boyfriend actually watched this film, and again, it was very, I don't know, very unique, I guess. And two of the songs that I loved from that film are Nowhere Fast and Tonight Is What It Means to Be Young. I just think they're really, again, catchy. I like the catchy music. The next one is Post Blue by Placebo. I love that song. It really makes me think of the Morganville Vampires series, because I think, again, I watched like one of those fan videos and someone put that sound in the background and I absolutely loved it, and then I discovered Placebo. I like a few of their other songs, but Post Blue is definitely my favourite. Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. I feel like everyone loves that song at the minute, along with Masters of Puppets by Metallica. I actually had the version by Placebo, which was Running Up That Hill, but now I have the Kate Bush one, and I love any version, to be honest. Like, every single artist is coming out with them and I love all of them, so just that song in general. Enjoy the Silence. Again, that's probably one of my top favorite songs. I love the one by Depeche Mode and Lacuna Coil. I love that whole album that Enjoy the Silence is on, so there's two different versions there. Depeche Mode is very 80s and I just love it. I just love that song. One I only have one song by them is We Appreciate Power by Grimes. It's very like heavy sounding, but I think it sounds really cool. It's really different, so love that one. I'm Not a Vampire by Falling in Reverse. Again, a really catchy one. It's the only song I have by them actually, but I really like it. Again, it's one I've had for quite a few years and I still absolutely love it and have to dance to it as soon as it comes on. And the last one is, again, one that I really love at the moment and I can't stop listening to, is Separate Ways. They did actually have this one in Stranger Things, but I was absolutely obsessed with it before they played it in the second half of season 4. They played the Journey version, which is the original kind of 80s version, but my absolute favourite version is by Eva Under Fire. It's more like rock sounding, kind of like rock alternative sounding, I would say, and I just love that version. Again, like Separate Ways by Eva Under Fire, Space and Time by She Hates Emotions, High Enough, and that Paranoiac SI are like my favourites at the moment. I have them on a playlist. I listen to them all the time, driving, getting ready, tidying, working, whatever I'm doing. Like, I always have those 4 songs on. So those are definitely my favourite. But I hope this helps if you're looking for some new music. Maybe you're just a bit bored of your current music. I discovered a lot of the newer albums through my Apple Music playlist. So like, if you have Apple Music, it gives you a recommended playlist that they think you'll like, and I discovered a lot of music through them. Half of the time they're like spot on, and then the other half they just give me like screamer music that I hate. But they have given me some really good recommendations. So if you do have Apple Music or like another music app that gives you recommended music, then I definitely check that out, because I have found some really good songs by them. Do let me know your music recommendations in the comments, because I'm always looking for new music. I absolutely love music. So do let me know your favourites down in the comments. But I do hope this helped you discover new artists, new albums, maybe new songs that you would like if you like the kind of music that I like. Do like this video, do subscribe if you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.